Last time, pinag-usapan natin kung ano yung tungkol sa 1, 2, 3 pattern at kung paano mag-trade by using this chart patterns. So ngayon naman, susubukan natin siyang samahan ng moving average. So pag-uusapan natin ngayon is all about the moving average. So ano nga ba ang moving average? So first, i-define muna natin kung ano bang ibig sabihin ng moving average or yung tinatawag nating MA. So sabi dito sa Baby Pips, sabi dito, a moving average is simply a way to smooth out price fluctuations to help you distinguish between typical market noise and the actual trend direction. So, ibig sabihin, yung moving average, so let's say for example, meron tayong price action which is on an uptrend. And then, kung maglalagay tayo ng moving average and then let's say that the moving average is moving like this. So, ibig sabihin yan, pag nasa ilalim yung moving average like this, ibig sabihin is that we are on an uptrend. So kung maalala ninyo, last video natin, ang gusto nating makita is a clear trend, right? So by using this moving average, dito natin mas makikita kung meron ba tayong clear trend. So by using moving average, let's say we have a pattern like this. So marami tayong 1, 2, 3 pattern na nag-form dito, and as we can see, let's say for example, ito yung current trend na meron tayo ngayon. So obviously, by using the price action alone, we have an uptrend. Pero mas magiging confirm yung trend or mas magiging malakas yung uptrend kung sasamahan natin siya ng moving average, because moving average is adding some extra layer sa analysis natin. Yun yung example ng uptrend. So kapag downtrend naman, so let's say we have price action showing us a lower highs and lows. And then, yung moving average natin is nasa ibabaw siya ng price action. That means, we are on a downtrend. So, by using moving average, hindi na natin kailangang mag-zoom out ng chart or hindi na tayo makukonfuse kung we are on an uptrend or a downtrend. By simply using this indicator, makikita kaagad natin kung nasa ang phase na ba tayo ng trend. Okay, so ito yung pinaka-basic na gamit ng moving average. So, let's try to use moving average sa ating live chart. So let's say for example, dito sa dollar loonie or sa US dollar against the Canadian dollar. So by the way, yung moving average is pwede natin siyang i-tweak. So let's say for example, ang gusto kong gamitin is 20 simple moving average. So kaya SMA yung nakalagay dito, it means simple moving average. So let's say for example, ang ilalagay ko is 20 SMA. And then, ang gusto kong gawing kulay dito ay let's say yellow. So by using the moving average alone, we can clearly see na dito sa phase na to is we have an uptrend because the price is above the moving average natin. Okay? So kaya ang nilagay ko is 20 MA as you can see right here. Kaya 20 yung nilagay ko, ang ibig sabihin yan is ina-average or sabi dito sa Baby Pips kanina, ini-smooth out ng moving average yung price fluctuations. Then, sabi dito is, ina-average niya yung closing price of a currency pair for the last X number of periods. So, itong X number of periods, dito papasok yung setting natin. So, let's say for example, again, dito sa 20 SMA, ang nilagay natin is 20 moving average. So, that means for the last 20 candles, so let's say, sabihin na lang natin na mula dito hanggang dito is meron tayong 20 candles or 20 candlesticks. So, ibig sabihin, ini-smooth out nung SMA or nung moving average natin yung closing price ng last 20 candles. Okay? Then, pwede natin siyang palit-palitan. So, let's say, for example, gawin natin siya 50. So, kapag ginawa natin siyang 50, as you can see, nagbago yung itsura ng moving average natin. So, in this example, let's say, again, this is 50 candlesticks or meron tayong 50 candlesticks simula dito hanggang dito. Then, as we can see, yung closing price ng last 50 candles, i-smooth out siya nung moving average natin. Then, as we can see, itong last 50 candlesticks na to is on an uptrend, and that's the reason why the moving average was below our price action or our candlesticks. Okay? Then let's say, for example, gusto natin siyang gawing 100, MA, then that means yung last 100 candles, so let's say ito yung last 100 candles natin or last 100 candlesticks. So i-smooth out nung moving average natin yung price action para maging clear yung trend natin. So in this example, as we can see, the price is just playing between the candlesticks. So ang ibig sabihin yan is itong phase na to is we are just on a consolidation phase. So clearly, by using the SMA is paikita natin sa phase na ba tayo ng trend or ano ba yung trend na meron tayo sa ngayon. So dito sa example na to, as we can see, we have a clear downtrend. So dito sa example na to, makikita natin kung meron ba tayong clear trend or kung choppy lang ba yung price action, just like what we have right here. And then, kung gagamitin natin siya ngayon sa current price movement ng dollar loonie, as we can see, we don't have a strong uptrend. Or we can also say, or we can even say na we are on a consolidation. Okay? So, ito yung unang-unang use ng moving average. Okay? So, ito sa example na to, so we have a clear downtrend right here. Simula dito sa high na to. And then, as we can see, nagkaroon tayo ng 1, 2, 3 pattern right here. Dahil meron tayong 1, 2, 3 pattern and at the same time, the moving average is above the price action, then clearly, this is an example of a clear downtrend. Okay, so let's try to look for another example. So this one, dito clearly, meron tayong uptrend sa phase na to. Okay, so as we can see, we have a 1, 2, 3 pattern right here and then the price is above the moving average. So in this example, this is an uptrend. Okay? So ito yung unang use ng moving average. So again, we can play sa setting ng moving average natin. So pwede natin siyang gawing 50, 20, or 100. Depende sa kung ano yung strategy natin. Okay? Then we can also use moving average as our dynamic support. So let's say for example, dito sa example na to, so let's say ito yung moving average natin. Then madalas makikita natin na yung price action is hindi siya bumabalik dito sa previous level of resistance natin. Or yung ine-expect natin na dapat dito siya magsusupport, like this. Minsan, hindi nangyayari yung expectation natin. Madalas, dito lang bumabagsak yung price. And then, dito siya nagkakaroon ng continuation. So, nangyayari yan because meron tayong moving average na malamang tinamaan ng price action. And this is what we can call a dynamic support ng moving average. So, ibig sabihin, kapag nasa uptrend tayo, pwede rin natin gamitin yung moving average as our support level aside from our structure. Pero let's say, nakakita tayo ng previous level of resistance and then, of course, we are expecting na magiging support tong level na to. And then at the same time, meron tayong confluence ng moving average like this. Dito, mas magiging confirm yung bias natin na magkakaroon tayo dito ng support zone because we have a structure and at the same time, meron tayong moving average. So kapag ganito yung nakita natin, ito yung tinatawag natin na confluence. Then, sa trading, ang basic lesson is kapag mas marami tayong confluence, meaning mas mataas yung chance na magkaroon tayo ng reaction doon sa level na yun. Okay? So, yan yung basic example ng moving average. So, try nating tignan dito sa price action kung meron bang example ng dynamic support or na naging dynamic support yung MA natin. So, in this example, as we can see, meron tayo ditong previous level of resistance, then the price breaks this level, and then as we can see, nung pumulbak yung price dito sa previous resistance natin, again, we are expecting na yung previous resistance is magiging support kapag nagkaroon tayo ng pullback. And then as we can see, yung previous resistance natin ay meron siyang confluence sa ating MA. And then as we can see, dito tayo nagkaroon ng continuation to the upside. Okay? Dito nag-form yung 1, 2, 3 level natin. Okay? So this is our 1, 2, 3 level. Dito sa area na to, so malamang kung nakita natin itong opportunity na to or itong pattern na to, malamang is makapag-take tayo ng long trade because we have resistance zone, and at the same time, meron tayong moving average na nagdagdag confluence doon sa ating structure. Okay? Then, pagdating naman sa ibang types of moving average, so meron tayong tinatawag na itong unang pinakita nating example is the SMA. And then, meron din tayong tinatawag na EMA. So, ang ibig sabihin nito, ang difference nila is that SMA tends to react slower. Okay? And then, EMA tends to react faster naman siya. Tingnan naman natin ngayon kung ano yung example ng EMA. So, let's say, for example, itong SMA na to is 50 SMA itong setting natin dito. So, let's try to make it as an EMA. So, kapag magse-search kayo dito sa indicators, so hanapin nyo lang yung moving average exponential for you to be able to use the EMA. Okay? And then, dito sa settings, palitan lang natin siya ng 50. And then, try natin siyang gawing white. And clearly, as we can see, kung ikukumpara natin siya sa SMA, so dito, ito yung SMA natin. So, gawin natin siya 50. Then, let's just make it yellow. So, dito, kung mapapansin niyo yung 50 MA natin is mas mabilis siyang nagre-react. So, ito yung 50 MA natin. So, as you can see, mas mabilis siyang nagre-react kaysa doon sa 50 SMA natin. So, yung 50 MA natin is pag akyat ng price dito, nung nagkaroon tayo ng breakout, dito sa level na to, umakyat kaagad yung 50 MA natin. And kung titingnan natin yung difference niya sa SMA, so dito umakyat yung price action, na breakout yung resistance, and then dito pa lang umakyat yung SMA natin. So mas mabagal siyang mag-react. Okay? So pagdating sa paggamit ng whether EMA or SMA, depende yan sa trader. So wala namang tama't mali kung ano yung gusto nating gamitin. Or we can also use them simultaneously. Alright? So ito yung unang-unang example or ito yung pinakamadaling example ng MA. So ngayon, tignan naman natin kung paano gamitin yung moving average crossover. Yung tinatawag na golden cross or death cross ng ibang traders. So let's say for example, gumamit tayo ng 20 and 50 EMA. So, based sa example natin, we already established na ang MA can be a dynamic support or resistance level. Okay? Then, let's now try to analyze or let's now try to use EMA as our extra confirmation kung magde-decide naman tayo na pumasok sa isang trade. So, let's say, for example, dito sa setting na to, so, naglagay ako ng 20 and 50 EMA or para mas madali nating maintindihan, let's just put two different MAs. Okay, so here we have two different MAs. So yung una is gawin natin siyang white and then let's make it 50. So yung white EMA natin is 50 MA and then itong isang EMA natin, so let's just make it orange and then let's make it 20. So dito sa example na to, kapag nakita natin na, so punta muna tayo sa blank chart. So kapag nakita natin na yung, let's say, ito yung 20 EMA natin and then itong red yung 50 EMA natin. So, let's say, kapag nakita ninyo na ganito yung ginagawa ng EMA, kapag yung 20 EMA natin is above our 50 EMA, then that means we are on an uptrend. Okay? And the same thing is true kapag nakita nyo naman na yung 50 EMA is above our 20 EMA. So let's say ito yung 20 EMA natin and then ito naman yung 50 EMA natin. So kung ganito yung makikita niyo sa chart, ibig sabihin yan is we are on a downtrend. Okay? So as you can see, kanina ginamit natin yung single MA para ma-determine kung nasa uptrend or downtrend ba tayo. In this case naman, gumamit tayo ng dalawang EMA para ma-determine kung we have a clear trend. Okay? So, dito papasok yung preference ng isang trader. So, kung gusto nyo na magkaroon ng mas clear trend or ma-confirm ninyo kung ano ba talaga yung trend, so you can use two EMAs. Or dito natin masasabi na we have a strong downtrend or uptrend by using 20 EMAs. Okay? So, kapag isa lang yung MA natin, so let's say we have an uptrend and then meron tayong MA dito. So kapag isa lang yung MA natin, yung ibang trader, ang tingin nila dyan is hindi pa yan enough na data. Kaya nilalagyan nila ng isa pang MA. So kapag nakita nila na merong MA na ganito yung itsura, then this is a strong uptrend for them. And this one right here is an example of a strong downtrend for them. Dahil mas nagiging confirm yung bias nila pagdating sa analysis ng trend. Okay? So yan yung example ng paggamit ng dalawang moving average. So let's try to look dito sa example natin kanina. So dito sa example natin nung breakout ng resistance level, as we can see, meron tayo ditong dalawang EMA na ginamit, and clearly, as we can see, yung 20 at 50 EMA natin ay naging aligned, or yung 20 EMA natin is above our 50 EMA level. So again, ito yung 20 EMA natin, and at the same time, nandito sa ilalim yung 50 EMA natin. So by using this indicator, magkakaroon tayo ng clear trend at masasabi natin na we have a strong uptrend. Okay? So let's try to look at another example. So dito sa example na to, so again, meron tayong 20 EMA, and then our 20 EMA is above our 50 EMA. So dito sa example na to, itong price action na to is clearly a strong uptrend. Okay? So ito naman yung magandang example. So clearly dito sa case na to, so we can see na we have a downtrend. And then as we can see, yung 20 EMA natin is below our 50 EMA. Kung gusto ninyong gamitin yung tinuro natin last time or yung pinag-usapan natin last time, which is the 1, 2, 3 pattern, so pwede nating idagdag itong EMA as an extra confirmation sa ating entry. And speaking of entry, dito tayo ngayon gagamit ng entry confirmation ng MA. So kanina, ang example na pinag-usapan natin is that kapag nagkaroon tayo ng confluence, so let's say we have previous high right here, and then nag-bounce yung price or pumulbak yung price sa previous resistance natin, and at the same time, let's say meron tayong EMA, so this is a good confluence, and we can expect na magkaroon tayo ng continuation. So this time, ang gagamitin naman natin is yung tinatawag nating golden cross kapag uptrend. So let's say for example, meron tayong price action dito. Let's say for example, yung 50 EMA natin is above our 20 EMA. So sa sample na to, again, yung 50 EMA natin is the red, and then our 20 EMA is the yellow line. So let's say for example, dito sa scenario na to is above yung 50 EMA in this phase ng price action, above yung 50 EMA sa ating 20 EMA. And then, nung nangyari itong movement to the upside na to, then nakakita tayo ng crossover ng ating moving average. So let's say itong yellow moving average natin is nag-peer siya sa ibabaw ng 50 EMA natin. So let's say yung 20 EMA natin is nag-cross siya above our 50 EMA. Itong intersection na to is ito yung tinatawag natin na moving average crossover. So yung ibang trader, ginagamit din nila tong strategy na to for them to be able to time their entry. So let's say for example, dito sa case na to or dito sa scenario na to, let's say yung 50 EMA natin goes like this, and then yung 20 EMA natin goes like this. And then nung nagkaroon tayo ng pullback at yung pullback natin is nag-end siya sa previous resistance natin, and then pag nakakita tayo ng reaction na nagkakaroon na tayo ng continuation to the upside, at the same time, yung moving average natin is magpapakita siya ng crossover like this. So kapag nakakita tayo ng movement na ganito, or kapag nakita natin na yung moving average natin is nagkakaroon siya ng intersection or nagko-crossover, this is the perfect timing para sa ibang trader to put their long trade dito sa scenario na to. Okay? So let's try to look at the live market. Kung makakita ba tayo ng ganung scenario. Okay? So dito sa example natin kanina, so again, we have a resistance right here. So kung dito pa lang yung nakikita natin na data, clearly yung 20 EMA natin, which is right here, Ito yung 20 EMA natin and then sa ibabaw is yung 50 EMA natin. Then kung titignan natin, nung umabot yung price action or nung nagkaroon tayo ng retest dito sa resistance level na to, so clearly, itong movement to the upside na to is nagkaroon siya ng retest dito sa resistance zone. Then, kung papansinin natin yung distance ng 20 at 50 EMA natin is malayo pa nung nandito pa lang tayo sa scenario na to. Okay, so we don't have a crossover yet. Pero, kung iuurong natin yung chart, nung nagkaroon tayo ng breakout, so ito yung resistance level natin, nagkaroon tayo ng breakout dito sa level na to, and at the same time, nagkaroon tayo dito ng intersection or ito yung pinag-uusapan natin kanina which is the MA crossover. So dito sa crossover na to, kung titignan natin siya, dito nag-appear yung crossover right after this candlestick pattern. So yung ibang trader, para mas maging simple yung pagte-trade nila, dito nila yan sasabayan ng entry. So let's say for example, dito tayo magte-take ng long trade and then dito natin lalagay yung stop loss natin below our moving averages. And as we can see, this could be a winning trade for us. Okay? So umabot yung price dito sa previous level of resistance natin above this level. Okay? So ganyan natin pwedeng gamitin yung moving average. Okay? So ito yung pinaka-basic usage ng moving average. So ibang trader gumagamit sila ng isang moving average lang or yung ibang trader naman is gumagamit sila ng 2 moving average para mas maging confirm yung bias nila or para mas magkaroon ng bigat yung analysis nila sa trend. Okay? Because remember, sa trading, trend is your friend. Okay? So yun lang para sa video na to. Salamat ulit sa panonood. Kung gusto pa ninyong makapanood pa ng more videos to come sa channel na to, just click subscribe at kita-kita tayo ulit sa susunod na video.